Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, guys. Welcome to our lesson today. We will study lesson 10, writing, page 26 and 77. Exercise A. Do you like sharing things with your friends? Why? Why not? Read the advice column and answer the questions. Here are the questions which we will answer after listening and reading the column, the advice column. Why was Sabha sad? What happened with her friend and why? What is the column writer's advice? Okay, let's listen to this advice first. Ask Mariam, then we will read and answer the question. Listen.
Ask Miriam. Friendship is more important. Dear Sabah, I am sorry you feel so sad about falling out with your best friend. I understand that she wanted to borrow your new bag before you had the chance to use it yourself. But, as you say, she was invited to a wedding and she could not buy a new bag. I understand that it is difficult, maybe even unfair, to let someone else use something that you have just bought or been given. But surely, friendship is more important, even if it requires some sacrifices. So I am afraid I will agree with what you think. You should have let her borrow the bag. She would have been happy and grateful to you, and you would still be on good terms with your friend. You say you do not like sharing your things with people because they might damage them. You could have asked her to be careful with your bag. The point is, however, to put things into perspective. What is more valuable to you, your friend or your new bag? I would call and say I am sorry. I am sure she will understand, and if she has not already been to the wedding, offer her the bag. You will both be happier. I hope it all works out. Miriam.
The title is Friendship is More Important. Yes, of course, friendship is more important. I am sorry you feel so sad about falling out with your best friend. The word falling out here means argue or quarrel. يعني يتشاجر مع أو يتجادل مع. يعني في خلاف بينك وبين your best friend. I understand that she wanted to borrow your new bag before you had the chance to use it yourself. Because her new bag is new, okay, she didn't use it yet. So she didn't want to borrow it to her best friend. But as you say, she was invited to a wedding and she could not buy a new bag. Her friend has a wedding, so she asked Sabah to borrow her new bag. I understand that it's difficult, maybe even unfair to let someone else use something that you have just bought or been given. Of course, it's difficult to give one something new you didn't or you haven't used it yet. It's something difficult for all people. But surely friendship is more important, even if it requires some sacrifices. Sacrifices means give up. يعني بعد التضحية. تمام؟ يعني الصداقة أحيانا بتحتاج sacrifices يعني تضحيات. So I am afraid I will agree with what you think. You should have let her borrow the bag. She would have been happy and grateful. Thankfulness. Thanks to you, and you would still be on good terms with your friend. So here Maryam advised Sabah to call her friend and give her the bag because, as she said, friendship is more important. You say you don't like sharing your things with people because they might damage them. Okay? You could have asked her to be careful with your bag. The point is, however, the point here view. Okay, the view or the point is however يعني وجهة نظرها. However, to put things into perspective means to judge the importance of it correctly. يعني ننظر للشيء من حيث الأهمية. What is more valuable to you? What is more important to you? Your friend or your new bag? Of course, if you ask anyone these questions, he will answer your friend. My friend is more important and more valuable than my bag. So, she said, I would call and say I am sorry. If your friend is more important and valuable, so you have to call him and say I am sorry. I am sure she will understand, and if she has not already been to the wedding, offer her the bag. You will both be happier. I hope it all works out. Mariam. Okay, Yusuf?
Dear Sabah, I am sorry you feel so sad about falling out with your best friend. I understand that she wanted to borrow your new bag before you had the chance to use it yourself, but as you say, she was invited to a wedding and she could not buy a new bag.
Thank you, Yusuf. Okay, Ayman, go on. The second paragraph.
Okay, I understand that is difficult, maybe even unfair, to let someone else use something that you have just bought or even given. But surely friendship is more important, even if it requires some sacrifice.
Requires means needs. It needs some sacrifices. Yeah.
Okay. So I am afraid I will agree with you with what you think. You should have let her borrow the bag. She would have been happy and grateful to you, and you would still be on in good terms with your friend.
Okay, thank you. Ayman, here she said maybe even unfair. كلمة unfair means not right. Okay, not right to let someone else use something that you have just bought or something new for you. Okay, next paragraph. Yes, Muhammad. You say.
You say you don't like sharing your things with people because they might damage them. You could have asked her to be careful with your bag. The point is, however, to put things into perspective. What is more valuable to you, your friend or your new bag?
Okay, thank you, Muhammad. Okay, Abdurrahman.
I should call and say I'm sorry. I would call and say I am sorry. I am sure she will understand and if she has not
Already.
already been the wedding over
Offer
or
her
here
the bag.
over here the bag. You will
Both
be
happier.
happier.
Okay, thank you, Abdurrahman. Okay, now let's turn to the questions again. Why was Sabah sad? Why was she sad? Okay, Yusuf?
Because her friendship with her best friend fell apart.
Yeah. Or because they fallen out. As we said, fallen out means quarrel or argued. Yes, thank you, Yusuf. Sabah was sad because she had fallen out with her best friend, argued with her best friend. What happened with her friend and why? Yes, Ayman?
Okay, she wanted to borrow her new bag because she had a wedding.
Yeah, very good, Ayman. Thank you. Of course, Sabah's friend asked her to borrow her new bag because she had a wedding to go to and couldn't afford to buy a new bag. Okay? Couldn't buy a new bag. Question, next questions. What is the column writer's advice? What is the advice of Mariam to Sabah? Okay, Yusuf?
She advised her to call her back and apologize.
Yes.
And if she hadn't,
Very good, Yusuf.
and if she hadn't went to the wedding, to give her the bag.
And offer her the new bag. Yeah, thank you, Yusuf. The column writer advised Sabah to call her friend and apologize. Say she was sorry and offer to lend her bag to her friend if she still needed it. Question number 3. Do you agree with the column writer? Why not? Okay, Yusuf?
Yes, because the bag you can buy another, but a friend you might not find another.
Very good, Yusuf. Thank you, Yusuf, and I agree with you. Of course, as Mariam said, because friendship is more important and more valuable. Okay, you can't find friend easily, but you can find a new bag and any bag easily. Okay, you can buy other and another bag, more and more. But friend, you can't find a true friend easily. Okay, number 4. What would you have done if your friend had wanted to borrow something new that belonged to you? Yes, Ayman?
If something is not special, I have no problem, of course. He will take it.
Okay, but if it's special, you won't share it with him.
I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you, Ayman.
Yes.
Exercise B. Choose one of the letters in the unit to write an answer to. Read the letter again and make notes in the organizer. Include notes with our own advice. Be the advice column writer and write the answer. Exchange letters in class. This is the letter form. Okay. Here we will write what happened and your advice here. Before we see this example of this answer, let's read the writing corner. When you write a letter to a friend or when you write a letter of advice, what should we do? Yes, Ayman?
Okay. Get all the facts and refer to them. Summarize them in your letter.
Yeah.
2. Understand. Think about different viewpoint sides.
Yeah.
3. Do not be
judgmental. Okay. Don't judge. يعني ما تحكمش على الشخص or patronizing. Patronizing means if someone is patronizing, he talks to you in a way that shows that he is more intelligent and more important. يعني بيكلمك بتعالي كده متعالي. اسمها patronizing. Okay.
Be understanding but not lying.
Yeah.
Suggest whether than tell people what to do.
Okay, thank you, Ayman. So here we can write here what happened. One, we can say that the columnist has read the letter carefully and got the facts straight before writing the advice. This is what happened in our advice column here. Okay, and your advice is, it's important to understand the situation well before we give the advice. What happened next? People don't like to listen to the advice. Okay, a lot of people don't like to listen to the advice. The advice is approach and present things in a friendly manner, without prompting a reaction. Number 3, people don't like to feel that they are being looked down upon by people they trust or respect. Looked down upon means to think that you are better than them. Okay, if you advise someone and he thought that you talk to him in a way that you are better than him, in this way he will not accept your advice. So be understanding, but don't lie. Okay. Number 4, what happened? Telling people what to do suggests a patronizing attitude that usually prompts the opposite reaction. In this case, suggest rather than tell people what to do. Suggest, use suggestion. يعني استخدم الاقتراح بدل ما تقول له do and don't do. بدل افعل ولا تفعل suggest, what about, how about, and so on. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed the lesson and see you next lesson. Inshallah. Goodbye.